Hello,
I'm Renee Rainbow.
and I'm Angie Random Chick.
So today we wanted to talk about bullying.
Because, you can't be all fun and games every day.
Yeah. And we've both been bullied
Yeah.
pretty bad.
I actually got to the point where I wanted to kill myself several times.
I've gotten to a point where I ended in the hospital.
And nobody decided to tell me until the day afterwards. What a friend you are.
Close then.
Yes, we were.
Okay, we were.
Just nobody told me.
I'm sorry.
I started crying. I was like,
Are you serious?
Yeah. I was sitting in culinary, and then Serena told me, and I started crying.
Hug moment. Okay. Well, anyways, suicide is not the answer.
It's never the answer. You can always get counseling if you really need to. There's always an answer other than suicide.
Yeah, like, you won't even know what's for sure gonna happen in the afterlife. It could be even worse than now, and then you'd be stuck.
Yeah.
Like, help me.
Like, you never know. My life actually got really better after I just stopped caring what everybody else said.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I just hate you because everybody else hates you. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna let you do your thing and I'll do mine.
Yeah. And plus, like, at least for me, like, for most people, when you really expect it not to work out, I talk with my hands, it's gonna, like, change, like, when you very least expect it, and it'll be better.
Yeah. Like, I was barely in 6th grade, like, the first day, and everybody started making fun of me. And these are people I grew up with basically my whole life. Since 2nd grade, I had known everybody. I was homeschooled for 5th grade, and then I came back in 6th grade, and everybody's just, like, all up on me, being like, oh, I hate you, blah. And I'm like, I went home and I cried most days because I just couldn't handle it. And then the teachers all, oh, tell us if you're being bullied, and then they never did anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're in that situation, tell a counselor. The counselors will help.
Yeah, and most of the time, and, like, people say that stuff, especially, popular kids, a majority, sorry, popular kids, like, they don't really notice what they're saying, or, like, how it hurts you. Like, they don't realize, like, most things are unintentional, and we, like, are just reading into it too much.
Yeah. Like, there might just be something that hits close to home that people don't really notice actually hurts, and they'll play it up if they notice it hurts.
Yeah, and some people, like, also have a problem where they just want to, like, bring you down because you're happy, and they're like, well, I'm miserable, but I'm happy on the outside, I'm going to bring you down.
Yeah, the bullies usually, they only bully because they used to be bullied, or they have a bad home life or something. If somebody's bullying you, tell a teacher. If the teacher doesn't help, tell the counselor. If you're out of high school, then you need to get out of that situation, because there's nothing, like, nobody else can really help you unless you help yourself.
That's what really counts, is helping yourself. Like, you can't let other people's actions affect you so much, because what they say really doesn't matter. It's what you think of yourself.
Yeah. And if you think lowly of yourself, then it's going to show, and then other people are going to think that you have no self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
And that was mostly my case, because even after there was no reason for them to still bully me, they still bullied me because I still gave them a reaction, because I still had a low self-esteem, and because I just sat there and let them. If you don't just sit there and let them, they won't keep bullying you. Go on.
But don't be, like, mean back, exactly. Like, don't put too much anger into it, because that's what they want, and plus, then you're just as bad as they are. So, try to, like, spread love.
Please, spread love.
But I'm serious.
Just, if they're being mean to you, get somebody else involved, and hopefully that other person can help you. If they can't, then you just need to distance yourself from the person. There's no reason to have to be bullied.
Yeah, like, you shouldn't have to put up with it. But life isn't fair, and, like, shit, no things to say. Like,
if life were fair, the horses would run people, so just think of it this way.
You're not getting a penis slapped in your head. Sorry.
As long as you're still living and breathing and they don't physically harm you, it's just safe to ignore them. But if they're laying their hands on you, you really need to get help. Like, if there's nobody that will help you, go to the cops, because the cops will almost always be able to help.
Mm-hmm. And stay strong. Whatever you do, you gotta stay strong. You gotta focus on what you want, and don't let these people stop you from what you want. And, and happiness it's
key.
Yeah. Like, you can be happy. Don't tell yourself you can't, because I know you can be happy.
look at you. You're watching videos on YouTube. Obviously, you've got to have some kind of happiness in you, or you wouldn't be able to use the computer right. Like, I know that when I was that depressed when people were bullying me, that it was hard for me to function like a normal person some days because I just couldn't get out of bed and do everything. Like, I'd seriously sit there and I'd be like, Mom, can I just stay home? Like, I don't feel good today. Like, every Tuesday, because Tuesday was just my day that I didn't feel good.
Yeah. And don't, like, but try not to do that because
it's not healthy.
They're getting in your way, and you gotta be strong. You gotta push yourself no matter how hard it is. And don't ever think you're alone because you're not. There is always someone that might not seem like it, but it's like, we care for you, and we don't even know you, but we honestly do. So if you ever need to talk,
just inbox us or comment.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't want to put it out there for everybody, then inbox us. But if you don't really care and it's not that bad, then you can comment it.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll try and help you as best as we can.
And whatever you say, it's not going to be stupid. Like, we don't judge.
Yeah. Like, I've said some pretty stupid stuff.
Yeah. If you watched our other video there, it's pretty stupid.
Yeah.
So, but hey, you gotta be stupid to have some fun in life.
Being stupid makes life better.
Yeah. So, just stay strong and
F the haters, bro.
Yeah, and get help if you need it. And remember, you're not alone.
And whatever you do, self-harm is not the answer. Just please don't self-harm. It gets way out of hand, and it just causes stuff to get worse.
And the scars, they always kind of push you back and remind you, and they bring you back. They kind of, like, haunt you.
Yeah.
So, if you haven't done that yet, please don't start. It's very addictive.
And if you do start, please don't keep doing it, because I've been free for a year and a few months now, and it's still a struggle. So just nip it in the bud while you can.
And don't get addicted to drugs either. Like,
drugs are not a solution.
I understand if you want to party now once a month, that's cool.
Partying's okay, but when you're doing it to escape reality, just no, that's not cool. It's not something you should do.
Just try to find happiness in natural ways, like running or some form of exercise or writing or reading.
All you have to do is go walking in the things.
Outside?
No, like there's a thing that's like produced when you go walking.
Oh, enzymes.
Yeah, it's some kind of enzyme thing.
It's something ENZY.
Yeah, it's some kind of enzyme, but like just having some kind of physical activity, it makes you happier.
Yeah.
Like,
even if you really don't want to, just continue.
Just do some kind of physical activity or do something that makes you happy. If music is your escape, use it. Believe me, that was the only reason I'm still here.
Try to use maybe happy music too, because sometimes that sad music just reminds us of the pain. Try to find, like, it doesn't have to be proper
Find your
music.
happy place.
You know, like, So, and maybe try to get a hobby that you enjoy and you have people that are like you.
Yeah.
Because you might seem like you're the only one who feels this way, but trust me, a lot of people feel the same as you do. And if maybe you're a little more open, you can find those people that you really need. So,
like, I believe that if you have friends, you can do anything. So, keep your friends close. Don't push them away if you're being bullied or anything. Just go with the flow. Like, if your friends start to be bullies, though, dump them because they're not your actual friends.
Yeah. So, okay, well, stay strong and remember, you're beautiful. And Hello Kitty loves you.